Hello and welcome to School of Literature. My name is Roshan. I'm a junior research fellow at the Department of English Studies, Central University of Jharkhand. Before this video, there are two more videos on this channel where I have talked about some important British novels that you must read about if you are preparing for NET. In the first part, I started with Thomas More's Utopia and ended with The Fortunes of Nigel by Walter Scott. The second part began with Walter Scott's Quentin Durward, published in 1823, and ended with Felix Holt by George Eliot, which was published in 1866. The total count of the novels comes to 101. If you have not yet watched the first and second part, I am adding the links to those videos in the description box below, and you can go to those videos once you are done with this one. Let me also remind you that I am going chronologically so that you do not have to memorize which novel comes first in the historical order. Let me begin the third part of this series by telling you about an important novel that I missed in my first video. It is The Vicar of Wakefield by Oliver Goldsmith, which was published in 1766. This novel follows the trials and tribulations of Dr. Primrose, who is the vicar from the title. The narrative is a tale of domestic bliss, financial ruin, and moral integrity as the Primrose family faces various setbacks and challenges. Now coming to the first novel of today's video, which is also the 103rd novel of the series. It is Elizabeth Gaskell's Wives and Daughters. It was published in 1866. This novel intricately weaves a story of love, family, and societal expectations and centers on Molly Gibson's coming-of-age journey. An important point to remember is that the novel was not complete when Gaskell died, so it was later completed by Frederick Greenwood. Next is Phineas Finn by Anthony Trollope, which was published in 1867. This is a political novel which follows the ambitious Phineas Finn as he navigates the intricate world of British parliamentary politics, offering insights into power, loyalty, and personal sacrifice. The next novel is Victoria by George Meredith, which was published in 1867. Meredith's novel follows the passionate Victoria and explores themes of love, political intrigue in the 19th century Italy. It delves into the complexities of revolution and personal freedom. The next novel is The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins, which was published in 1868. The Moonstone is one of the early detective novels that unfolds the mystery surrounding the theft of a valuable gem. This novel has multiple narrators and it established some key elements in the detective genre. Next is Man and Wife by Wilkie Collins, which was published in 1870. In this novel, Collins addresses legal and social issues. The novel examines the consequences of a controversial marriage and explores themes of trust, betrayal, and gender roles. The next novel is one of my favorites. It is Middlemarch by George Eliot, which was published in 8 installments from 1871 to 1872. This novel is a portrait of provincial life in the 19th century England, and it juxtaposes multiple narratives to explore the complexities of marriage and social expectations. Next novel is a very popular one. It is Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There by Lewis Carroll. This was published in 1871. It is a sequel to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and takes Alice on a journey through a mirror. The novel explores themes of logic, identity, and imagination. The next novel is Erewhon by Samuel Butler. It was published in 1872. This is a satirical novel that presents a utopian society that challenges conventional Victorian beliefs and offers a thought-provoking commentary on culture, technology, and human nature. Next is Under the Greenwood Tree by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1872. It is one of the few classics I listened to instead of reading, and I loved it. You can also find the audiobook for free on LibriVox. Hardy's pastoral novel follows the lives of a group of musicians in a rural village and examines themes of love, tradition, and the changing dynamics of rural life. An important point to remember is that the title of the novel is taken from a song in Shakespeare's play As You Like It. Next novel is A Pair of Blue Eyes by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1873. This novel explores the complexities of love and fate and follows the protagonist Alfred Swancourt through romantic entanglements, social expectations, and tragic consequences. Next novel is Far From the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1874. Hardy's pastoral tale revolves around Bathsheba Everdeen and her relationships with 3 very different suitors. This novel offers a nuanced exploration of love, independence, and rural life. The title of this novel is taken from Thomas Gray's poem Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard. The next book is Daniel Deronda by George Eliot, which was published in 1876. This novel delves into themes of identity, morality, and Jewish heritage through the intertwined stories of 2 characters, Gwendolyn Harleth and Daniel Deronda. Next novel is The Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1878. The novel unfolds the tragic tale of Eustacia Y and Clym Yeobright against the backdrop of Egdon Heath. It examines themes of fate, love, and the impact of societal norms. Next novel is The Egoist by George Meredith, which was published in 1879. This is a satirical novel which scrutinizes the self-absorbed Sir Willoughby pattern. It provides a comedic commentary on marriage and societal expectations. Then we have Treasure Island by R.L. Stevenson, published in 1883. This is an adventure novel that follows young Jim Hawkins on a quest for buried treasure. It is interesting to note that the image of a quintessential pirate with a missing leg and a pet parrot originated from this book through its character named Long John Silver. Next we have Diana of the Crossways by George Meredith, which was published in 1885. Meredith's novel explores the challenges faced by the charismatic Diana Warwick as she navigates love, politics, and societal expectations. This novel provides a nuanced portrayal of a complex and independent woman. The next novel is The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1886. This novel explores the consequences of Michael Henchard's impulsive actions and traces his rise and fall in the fictional town of Casterbridge. It delves into the themes of fate, redemption, and the impact of past mistakes. Next, we have The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. It was published in 1890. This novel follows Dorian Gray, who remains youthful while his portrait ages with time. It provides a chilling exploration of vanity, decadence, and the moral consequences of a hedonistic lifestyle. The next novel is Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1891. Hardy's tragic tale revolves around Tess Durbeyfield and explores the harsh realities of rural life, the consequences of societal expectations, and Tess's struggle for agency in the face of a judgmental society. Next, we have Almayer's Folly by Joseph Conrad, which was published in 1895. This is Conrad's debut novel and tells the story of Caspar Almayer, who is a Dutch trader in Southeast Asia. This novel addresses the themes of colonialism, cultural clash, and personal disillusionment. Next novel is Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy, which was published in 1895. This novel follows Jude Fowley's quest for education and love, and it grapples with societal norms, religious constraints, and the tragedy that befalls those who challenge the conventions of Victorian England. Next novel is The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells, which was published in 1896. Wells's novel explores the ethical implications of scientific experimentation as Edward Prendick becomes marooned on an island ruled by Dr. Moreau, who transforms animals into human-like creatures. The next novel is Lisa of Lambeth by Somerset Maugham. It was published in 1897. This is Maugham's debut novel and provides a vivid portrayal of working-class life in London. The novel centers on the characters of Lisa Kemp. It examines the challenges and consequences of our relationships and choices. Next, we have The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. This science fiction classic was published in 1887. It follows Griffin, a scientist who turns invisible. The novel explores themes of power, morality, and the societal implications of unchecked scientific explorations. Next novel is The Nigger of the Narcissus by Joseph Conrad, which was published in 1897. This is a novella which delves into the dynamics among a diverse group of sailors on a sea voyage, and it explores themes of race, isolation, and the impact of one man's illness on the collective psyche. Next novel is The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, which was published in 1898. This novel narrates the story of invasion of Earth by Martians and offers a portrayal of alien life. This novel influenced the science fiction genre while also reflecting on colonialism and human resilience. The next novel is Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, which was published in 1899. This novella explores the darkness within the human soul through Charles Marlowe's journey into the heart of the Congo, and it confronts the brutality of European imperialism. Next novel is Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, which was published in 1900. Conrad's novel follows the journey of Jim, who is an English seaman. Jim is haunted by a moment of cowardice. This novel depicts the themes of guilt, redemption, and the complexities of personal honor. With that, we have concluded the 19th century. You can draw a line here in your notebook to mark it. It will become easy for you to remember if you make these demarcations. Let us now move to the 20th century. The first novel we have is Kim by Rudyard Kipling, which was published in 1901. Kipling's novel unfolds the adventures of Kimball O'Hara in British India. The novel blends espionage, a coming-of-age narrative, and cultural exploration against the backdrop of the Great Game, which was the political conflict between Russia and Britain. Then we have The Way of All Flesh by Samuel Butler, which was published in 1903. This novel novel critiques Victorian societal norms through the life of Ernest Pontifex and offers a satirical portrayal of family, religion, and the challenges of personal autonomy. Then we have another book by Joseph Conrad, which was titled Nostromo. This book was published in 1904. The novel unfolds in the fictional South American country of Costa Guana, and it explores themes of political upheaval, greed, and the impact of imperialistic ventures on locals. Then we have Where Angels Fear to Tread by E.M. Forster, published in 1905. Forster's novel follows the clash of cultures as English characters confront Italian traditions. This novel explores themes of love, class, and the limitations of societal expectations. Next novel is The Man of Property by John Galsworthy, which was published in 1906. Galsworthy's novel is the first in the Forsyth saga, and it portrays the intricate lives of the Forsyth family as they navigate love, new money, and societal challenges in Edwardian England. Then we have A Room with a View by E.M. Forster, which was published in 1908. This novel follows Lucy Honeychurch's journey of self-discovery in Italy and England, and it explores themes of social conventions, individuality, and the pursuit of genuine emotional connections. Then we have The Old Wives' Tale by Arnold Bennett, which was published in 1908. This novel traces the divergent lives of two sisters, Sophia and Constance Baines, and provides the point of view of societal changes in England from the mid-19th to the early 20th century. Next up, we have Tono Bungay by H.G. Wells, which was published in 1908. This novel explores the rise and fall of the fictional patent medicine Tono Bungay. It explores the consequences of unchecked capitalism, scientific ambition, and societal expectations. Then we have The History of Mr. Polly by H.G. Wells, which was published in 1910. This novel follows the ordinary life of Alfred Polly, an accidental arsonist turned wanderer, and offers a comedic yet poignant commentary on societal norms, personal freedom, and the quest for a meaningful life. Next novel is Howard's End by E.M. Forster, which was published in 1910. Forster's novel weaves the fates of three families, the Schlegels, Wilcoxes, and Basts. It explores class division, cultural clashes, and the quest for connection in Edwardian England. Then we have The Secret Garden by Francis Hodgson Burnett, published in 1911. Burnett's classic children's novel tells the story of Mary Lennox, who discovers a neglected garden and through its restoration undergoes personal transformation. The novel emphasizes themes of nature, healing, and the magic of renewal. Next, we have Under Western Eyes by Joseph Conrad, which was published in 1911. This novel explores political turmoil of revolutionary Russia through the eyes of Razumov, a student who is caught in a web of espionage, betrayal, and moral dilemmas. Next novel is Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence, which was published in 1913. This is a semi-autobiographical novel that delves into the complex relationships within the Morel family. It examines themes of passion, individuality, and the impact of societal expectations on personal fulfillment. Then we have The Good Soldier by Ford Madox Ford, which was published in 1915. This novel intricately unravels the deceptive lives of two couples and explores themes of infidelity, betrayal, and the unreliable nature of narration. Next is The Rainbow by D.H. Lawrence, which was published in 1915. This novel spans generations of the Brangwyn family and explores evolving societal norms, sexuality, and the complexities of human relationships in early 20th century England. Then we have The Voyage Out by Virginia Woolf, which was published in 1915. This is Woolf's debut novel. It follows Rachel Winrace on a sea voyage and offers a precursor to her later experimental style. The novel explores themes of self-discovery, gender roles, and the limitations imposed by society. The last book for this video is Victory by Joseph Conrad, which was published in 1915. It is a psychological novel that unfolds in the remote Indonesian archipelago. As events of this novel unfolds, themes of isolation, moral ambiguity, and the complex interplay of fate and free will comes to the forefront. If you are here till now, together we have covered around 150 novels so far. Not many would be able to reach till here. Thank you for sticking with this series. Preparing for JRF is not easy, and I'm glad that you are on the right track and not giving up so easily. I will end this video here and meet you super soon with the fourth part of this video. Till then, best wishes for your preparation. Keep reading and keep learning.